Hi everyone, thank you for joining. We're here today in the Bayview Hunters Point on May the 13th, Friday the 13th. We finally making it happen, and I appreciate her for stopping back down by Jolie to come and give us some insight and educate us on what we don't know about San Francisco. So without further ado, I'm going to let her introduce herself.
My name is Elizabeth Lopez, born and raised in the Mission in Hunters Point. I have 6 kids, everybody grown and gone, thank God. We started the Mission Rebels in 1987, first youth organization in San Francisco. Jesse James, the one that came from New York prison and found us on 17th and York, and we started the first youth organization in San Francisco.
Okay, appreciate that. Because I'm big on education here, and I have a movement called Educational Trauma. Then I also have another movement that's going to be coming out in June 2023. And it's called Felonies It's Not Your Friend.
I just taught a felony.
Yeah, so the
Right.
reason why I'm trying to educate young people on felonies is because California will soon be closing their youth authorities.
Yes.
So young people will probably, if they're committing serious offense,
They go into county jail.
prison.
Yeah.
Right. So I just want you to take us back to, what can you tell us your experience in San Francisco public school? Could you start there?
It was bad for me. I didn't learn too much at school. I never could see. They always put me in the back of the class. So I quit in the 10th grade. And then I started going to college. I got 12 years in. I'm going to be a lawyer. My husband killed police, 1988, 2 police. And I started going to school then when he got sentenced to 2 lives. Because I want to understand what they doing and how they doing. I stayed with him till he died, 37 years in prison. Then I went to Old Folsom and picked him up and took him to Sacramento Muslim burial grounds. That was 22 years ago.
So growing up here in the city, you already said education was bad. Did you do majority of your education in the elementary age in the Mission?
No, yeah. I went to Sanchez,
Okay.
Everett, Mission, and Bow.
Okay, all the schools are the main schools that's still here today.
Yeah.
They're still doing here today, and I believe some of them are functions. The 4 you just named, I think
they're good.
3 of them, they're doing real good
Yeah.
today.
Yeah, they were doing good.
I think my little nieces and nephews go to Sanchez, because that's the one over there by Mission High School, right?
Yeah, the elementary school.
Okay. So those are good schools that do good, but like you said, sometimes they didn't focus in on what everybody individual needs could have been. So maybe they could have helped you. So thank you.
I got a lot of help from elementary school, junior high school. It was just high school that I didn't like it.
Yeah. Got lost in the shuffle in high school.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of us got lost in the shuffle in high school in San Francisco, which is that's amazing you saying that, because that's the time we got lost in school out here. Middle school, everything else was cool, but it's just high school.
Yeah.
Just wasn't.
Well, I'm 70 years old now.
Yeah.
So we talking years and years and years ago.
Right.
And I'm the only one out of 500 youth that's still alive. The only one.
Oh, so good. So out of your generation that you grew up with.
Right.
That's
I'm the
amazing.
only one left.
Oh, what a blessing.
I worked a lot with the youth. I've been a drug counselor. All my folks.
Yeah. Yeah. And being that you've been in the world for 7 years, which is a blessing. That's God is really good.
Yes, He is.
And I know you have seen a lot of changes here.
Yes.
In San Francisco.
Yes.
I know you have really seen us disappear.
Yes.
And I'm using disappear. It's because I'm working on a segment where I'm going to all the different communities. And, well, I'm not even going to just say communities, dope eras.
Right. Well, I'd like to help you.
Yeah, where we was standing and hustling and selling drugs.
Right.
You don't even see a black family or nobody really on that block anymore. And so it just really shows how we have disappeared
Right.
in San Francisco.
Well, another reason of all that disappearing, San Francisco done changed.
Mm-hmm.
In the Bayview, the house I live on, Paloux, it's $1.5 million.
Mm-hmm.
When I started off, I was 17 years old. My house apartment was $75. Yeah.
Wow.
And I was getting $72.50 every 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
That's what me and my purse lived on. So it was really, really hard. With no money. My rent was $75.
Mm-hmm.
No food stamps. They didn't even come out then.
Right.
And when they did come out, Mission Rebels had the food stamp center. We the first ones.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
If it wasn't for the Mission Rebels, wouldn't nobody be getting shit today.
Tell us, teach us. Sorry about that. Teach us. Mm-hmm. That's why we're doing this interview. I want you to tell us as much as you can, much as you can remember. Like, did y'all have gangs back then?
Yes.
So let me ask you a question. Could you be a little bit more descriptive of the gangs? Did y'all just have gangs and just hung out and had nice time?
Yeah, we did all that. Yeah.
And then y'all was in violent wars with different
Well,
areas?
some of us was Los Siete. That was 7 that killed the police. Cinco de Mayo, well, that was another celebration that we had. We had the first black Santa in San Francisco, and 24th Street, people would bring their kids, family, and sit on black Santa Claus's lap. Never, ever before. We try to represent all of us.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we did. We had a lot of murders. My folks were murderers. Mm-hmm. I got a cousin still in the penitentiary. This be the 48th year. So I mean,
out of San Francisco?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So it was a lot going on back then too. Then.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but was it always? What made gangs rival back then? Was it territory, women,
territory, drugs.
Drugs.
They used to smoke Montones.
What's that?
That's a drug that gets you high. And it used to cost $10. Now if people buy my thongs, it's $85.
Oh, it still exists?
Yeah. Drugs ain't going nowhere.
Right. We'll go before they go.
Yes.
Now say
Yes.
that. Ain't that the truth?
Yes.
Okay, so could you describe it? Is it like a grass powder? Like what?
No, it's a powder.
Oh.
And they smoke it, and they take their clothes off, and it's a trip.
So is it worse than methamphetamine, or just about as linked up with methamphetamine?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, now that's another thing I want to get into. Was methamphetamine around in y'all area?
Yeah. Yeah, heroin, reds, all the drugs.
Except
The white,
going on.
yeah, crank was there too. And the white man sent it to our neighborhood.
Right.
Because he wanted to fuck everybody up.
Right.
And mostly he did.
Right.
There's some that never did. I've been around my people all my life, in the streets, in the houses. I never used drugs, because I've seen all my people dying. I come from a family, my grandfather was on drugs, in prison. So, I mean, I grew up like that.
Yeah.
And God been walking me all my life. I'm 70 years old.
Good. I love it too. I love you. You know, you always been my girl ever since back in the 80s.
Yeah.
When I first met you.
And I love you too.
And I met
and
you
that's
with your
why
children and your family. I know you a legend out here. You is a real legend out here. And that's why please forgive me for some of the days I didn't get to come to you, but it's all about
you always been there. You always been there.
Because we have to interview you.
This is the first time I ever been in jail. And now I see what my people had to deal with, what they had to go through. We got the worstest jail because they don't give a fuck about us.
Right.
Period.
Right.
And now I say 7 days.
So you mean to tell me you made it 70 years in San Francisco and this your first time going to jail? Well, God,
and I went
to see it.
I went because I whipped my son's ass. He's 42 years old. Don't talk to me disrespectful. I didn't waste my life raising you motherfuckers.
Right.
And I ain't going out like that.
I know that's right.
Oh no.
I know that's right.
I called the police on him for them to come and take him, and they came back in 2 hours and said, Elizabeth, I'm sorry, but you got to go too. I threw my hands behind my back, let's do it.
Right.
Because I ain't no begging bitch.
Right.
Never been.
Right.
And when I was in jail 7 days, I cussed all the sheriffs out. Every day, all day.
Right.
Because that's me. Now I know how my husband had to live for 37 years.
Right.
All his brothers and sisters turned into dope fiends. Mama died. So, I mean, you know, what do?
Do you mind if I ask you your nationality?
I'm Portuguese and Italian. My daddy full-blooded Portuguese, and my mother is Portuguese and Italian. She was raised right over here in the Bayview at a place where, what do you call them, where people give their kids away?
Orphanage, yeah.
That's where my mother was raised. And we didn't know love. They didn't love the people in the organizations. So she didn't know anything about give your kids a kiss, tell them I love them. We didn't grow up like that.
Yeah.
So when we would kiss my mama, she jumped back.
Yeah.
So I had to learn how to love my kids. They all grown. My oldest 52. She used to tell me when she was 11 years old, Mama, we have to hug each other. We have to say, I love you. We have to do that.
Yes.
And I had to break it down to her. I know nothing about that.
Yes.
My mama wasn't loved. So I don't even blame her. If you don't teach me something, how do I know?
Right.
So hopefully time is changing little by little. Drugs ain't went nowhere. They're still here. A lot of people, mother and father, are on drugs. What about the kids? Who taking care of them? Grandma gone, grandpa gone. That's who used to take care of everybody.
Right. I want to ask you a question that was asked by me today. I was in a training when you came by earlier, and they asked us, what is your hopes for the future? What can you tell us right now about the future?
Well, my future, I just bought a house. I'm 70 years old. This is something I've been working on all my life. So I just signed the papers to the house the other day. I got it on a special price. And there it is. When I die, when God come get me, I want to be buried in my yard. Don't put me with a bunch of people I don't know. I don't want to go to the dirt like that.
Was that your reason for wanting your own home?
Yes. So nobody could tell me where to go. I got somewhere to go.
Right. That was smart. That was creative. That was nice.
And I always been, even the 37 years my husband was in the prison, I always saw him. He said, Elizabeth, I know you're not in jail, but whatever you do in life, just don't forget me. And I never did. He was my boyfriend. I was 11, he was 12, born in Hunters Point. All of his people died out here on the streets. Drugs.
Interesting.
I'm writing a book right now.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. And I'm putting from the beginning of my life to where I'm at today.
Right.
And I got a police helping me write this book.
Oh, wow.
All I gotta do is talk, he writes.
Yes.
And he gonna put it together for me.
Oh.
Illustrated, the whole trip.
Wow. So thank you. So you working on some milestones for us.
Yeah.
You gonna leave us the book. You gonna leave us the game in the book, and you doing this video with me. So you making.
Well, this is all for you.
Yes, thank you.
And you the first one gonna get a book.
Thank you.
It's not going to everybody. These motherfuckers don't read and write. Don't know how. Drugs took their life over. It's easier to get up and go get high.
Right.
And stay high all day.
You know, now let's go to the let's flip the game a little bit. Let's go into the politics of San Francisco.
Oh, that's wild.
Because San Francisco played real hardball.
But look at it today.
Yeah, no, being that you made it to 70, and God bless you, and that's a very, very prominent age to be. What mayor would you say not only had it hard growing up and out here trying to be mayor, but which mayor do you think was ever fair to black folks? If that's fair to say.
Yes. Well, I'm going to tell you what happened when we started the summer youth program. We started the summer youth program, first time ever, and we had to go to City Hall because we were supposed to get paid every 2 weeks. Well, they didn't pay us for a month. So we all went down to City Hall, and Junior, the one that did all them years in prison, hit the mayor in the mouth.
Ooh.
That's how we got down. Couldn't nobody buy us.
Right.
And they're being bought today.
Yeah.
It's all about the money. They don't give a fuck.
Right.
It's all about the money.
So that's interesting. So y'all had a lot of clubs growing up.
No, we didn't have a lot of clubs. We had one club, the Mission Rebels in Action.
No, I'm talking about, did y'all have like a lot of dance clubs?
Yeah, we had dances every weekend.
Yeah.
You paid a quarter to get in.
Was you? Ooh, not
That's how long it was.
Oh, y'all hear that? A quarter. Wow. Was you ever a part of the Black Panthers? Or?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, they worked with us.
Okay.
Angela Davis, all of them. We was before the Panthers.
She's going to be in San Francisco tomorrow on May the 14th. You want to go see her?
Yeah.
If you want to go see her, I'll get you over there. She's going to be in Fillmore tomorrow.
Let's
The
go.
Women Empowerment Conference.
Let's go.
So I will be with her tomorrow if you want to go.
I worked at State University, and I had my girlfriend owned a store outside of the cafeteria. They had shoes, clothes, little shops, and that's where I met Angela Davis at. And Angela Davis lived on Palouse.
Oh.
When she was a young girl.
Did she?
Yeah.
Oh, man. And do you know, I didn't even know, remember Dr. You know Dr. Cornel West, right?
Yeah.
I didn't even know he grew up, he was born in Sacramento.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that, so I started reading about Dr. Cornel West. That's interesting. Like, we got some warriors in this Bay Area.
Yeah, we do.
We need to recognize gangs.
Like Sean's mama.
Yeah, Miss Joyce.
Yeah, I went to Joyce in 1979. I was looking for a summer job. And Joyce hired me. I was pregnant with my youngest child. He's 42 years old.
I was 9.
But I got with Joyce, and I'm still with Joyce.
Right. That's what's up. Yeah, we got some warriors out here that on the front line fighting for us and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, we got to look at it like that. Like, I'm reading something about Elaine Brown, right now.
Well, look at the one that the father owned the paper. She went to prison because she was in with the niggas shooting banks up and shit.
Oh.
Patty Hearst.
Oh yeah, Patty Hearst.
She got busted.
I remember about her.
She got busted on Procedure.
Oh, I'm glad you went to Patty Hearst. Now let's dive into this, because even if this have to be a part 2, it's no worries. You know?
Yeah, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Exactly. So, can I just chime in on your area and where you was at when Jim Jones hit San Francisco?
Jim Jones.
Please tell me.
The one at the Fillmore and Geary.
Yes, Jim
Well,
Jones.
Mission Rebels had that first. And then when Jim Jones came, he talked everybody out of their life. I lived down here by the sandwich store 50 years ago, and the house had burned up in 52. But the man got it together in the 80s. And I lived upstairs, and this girl moved in downstairs. Her mother, father, brother, grandma, and grandpa went to Guyana. Weak people. Weak people. Took a lot of people, signed their house over to him, all the shit. And they went for that bullshit. Why? They was weak people. And when she came to live downstairs, they had killed all her family. First they fucked them, then they killed them.
Jim Jones' crew. Yeah, he was something else. He was
white man. A white man.
Yes, I know. Let me tell you something. I found a book on him that's called The Raven, The Untold Stories of Jim Jones. It's just as thick as a Bible.
Yeah.
It's 500 pages.
Yeah.
He was the devil himself.
Yes.
And so I want to ask you a question. Do you think black people was looking for a savior, or what made people follow him?
They were weak. We lived on pennies.
Okay.
Like I said, my first check on a welfare check when I was 18 years old was $72.50 every 2 weeks. No food stamps. I don't know how I made it.
Right.
I never lived in the projects. I grew up in them motherfuckers, but I wasn't gonna turn my kids that way. No. You gonna fuck up, you gonna choose your own way to do it.
Wow.
And I still run everything.
So we gonna get ready to wrap this one up because
we got a lot to go through.
Yeah, we gonna get ready to wrap this one up, but I'm glad you touched on Jim Jones, and then we gonna get in. We gonna have a part 2. I'm out here with Miss Queen, San Francisco baby. She don't nobody know San Francisco like she knows San Francisco.
That's right.
That's why I'm glad God gave us this time to sit here with her, so she can always be a legend. I love her voice. I have always loved her voice ever since I was younger, and I first heard her cussing our asses, cussing somebody. She always been the same. She ain't never changed. I'm telling you, and I'm 52, and I've been knowing her all my life.
Okay.
And I love it. That's what.
And I love you too.
Cause she's so real and solid. You know, you don't find them like her
Not no more.
You just heard her say she the last dinosaur soldier standing for her generation of people. This is 2022, May 13th, 2022. She's 70 years old. We're going to keep it going long as we can. We're going to get a part 2.
I got to help you.
Yeah, because we're going to dive into another segment. So
we're going to dive.
Thank you for screening in with Muff Talks. We appreciate you. This is where you're going to learn some real hood game from a real hood perspective, from a real hood scholar. Appreciate y'all. Stay safe.